Let me check. How's it going, everyone? Is my audio available? Okay. Thanks for the follow word force. Forge in the part of the words. And how are you doing? Word force. How is it going, Yanuka? Also on the face of Twitch. Thanks for the follow, Sophia Star. Uh, uh, you're doing. It's good. Both of you are doing very good, pretty good. And what else have you been seeing in the internet today? I've been busy working for my IRL job. Since 9 to 5 I was continuous on the work. Then after came back home, I was still working and having some discussion with my family. Software tutorials. Which software are you learning currently? WordForce? Blender? Okay. You like to draw? So you like to draw a lot? Blender? Or make animation, 3D animations. Shawarma, going out for shawarma now. That's cool. I haven't eaten a shawarma till now. Till the date. Okay, Blender. Can you take some confusion out of me? Isn't Blender also used for architectural drawings too, to make 3D models of the architectural layout or plans? You suck at drawing. Well, that's not the problem. I used to. I also didn't like to draw when I was in the kindergarten, like in up to grade 10. I didn't like to draw. Up to grade 12, I think, before I joined engineering. Also during engineering, I didn't like to draw at all. I made a video about why I started to draw. Let me show you the profile. I made this video why I like how I learned to draw. Currently I can draw on AutoCAD, anything on AutoCAD. Recently I have been drawing this piece on AutoCAD. Let me show. Wait a minute. Let me open AutoCAD first. Let me open one which I drew before. Okay, this one. This is the last piece of art I drew on AutoCAD. See how it looks like when I turn it into layout. It's pretty fun to draw on AutoCAD. I didn't used to like to draw at all. Let me open the piece which I am currently working on. This piece I have currently been working on this piece. It's been more than a week since I started drawing this piece. Well, it's pretty hard to gauge what the ratio of the face will be, especially for the anime arts. I'll draw this piece a bit later. Let's check a bit of net, what's happening on the interwebs today, while drinking a sip of tea. A bit of garlic tea. And taking a bite of my churpi. Yes, hairs are pretty difficult to draw. The difficult part is not the drawing. The difficult part is to do the coloring in this software, because there is no coloring tool in this software. Hence, I have to use the tools like hatching. I'm hatching every section in order to color. Sorry. This is the how I learned before joining engineering. I didn't like to draw at all. Yes, shading is pretty hard. I can show you how a small piece of shading. I do a small piece of shading. Let me go to the AutoCAD display. Now like for example, if I want to shade this tint white, white with a hinge of reddish color, first I need to draw a bit of new polyline or arcs along this segment. First I'll I'll put the layer on, unlock the layer of the mouth and work on the layer of the mouth. Then I'll draw a bit of segment. What is the property? Okay, this is not the property of the mouth layer. Let me change it again. I need to match the property. Still on skull. Need to go on the mouth layer, and then let's match this property. Match layer, not this one. No. Let's change this to this one first. Let me unlock this. Since it's locked, I can't change anything about this damn layer. Make current. No. Let's change the current layer to mouth. Now make this current. Why is not going to layer mouth? Now just select this and match property. Yes, I like to drink a lot of tea, Anuka. We got quite a lot of tea garden in our country. Then as I start to do hatching, I need to put the hatching, then put a solid. No. It's like I have to put all the pattern. If I need to put it white color for the teeth. This is not the solid one. I'll turn the hatching into solid white. Turn this fully solid white. But it's not solid white in this segment. So let's turn a bit more layer in this teeth. Now there is 3 segment in this one single teeth. In this one single teeth there is 3 segment. So let's turn this one brightest a bit, this portion a bit dark, this portion of brightest, this portion reddish in color. So while reddish will be a bit different, so let's turn this one dark red. This one is dark red. Now let's hatch another segment. Let's turn this fully white. Because these are index color, is pretty easy to find them. Now let's turn this bit segment a bit dark. This is also appropriate color for this. But the problem is there might be some segment that is not connected. So I need to check. So this is not connected or reached towards each other. I'll join this segment too. And trim this portion. Now this portion will be a bit dark because it's shaded near to the mouth edge. So let's shade this again. Let's shade this to a bit darker white grayish color. Now it will turn like this. Either I can draw it only white and turn this one a bit dark, So, not recommended to consume vitamin C with iron. Okay, that's something new I learned today. But in accordance to the food, which will be one there will be water, and if I make juice and drink some water after making juice from orange juice, and water contains a bit of iron, won't that be will would that be harmful, Yanuka? Yes, there's lack of shading tool. There's no shading tool, only hatching tool. Or either I can do alternatively I can do this type of gradient hatching. Let's remove this line. Now turn this into gradient, and let's check the segment. Uh, which gradient might be appropriate for my work. Let's assume this will be appropriate. This color will be darker one, this color will be brighter one, and then hatch it one like this. It's still not pretty appropriate. I think this is appropriate. Okay, what's the problem with Kick? Kick didn't let me write. Maybe it's autocorrect. In from this, I think you cannot see any difference in the shading. There is not enough water, enough iron in the water. Okay. It's pretty difficult to draw on AutoCAD. While it's pretty easy to draw a building drawing, like I can draw easily a floor plan. Let's put this segment. Let's assume this is the segment of the room. Let's trim all the outer portion. Now let's draw offset 0.23. This is the wall segment. Assume it's just a load bearing of single of 9-inch wall, 9-inch or 0.23 cm. Now let's assume there is a door on this corner, 1.2 meter long door. Now I have to trim this segment. And I have to draw a segment of offset, doors thickness 0.1, and then trim all the excessive part. This will be the door segment. This is a simple door, there is no window, and I can either in order to represent what type of wall I have been drawing, I can turn this into a hatch first. First let me turn this into solid hatch, and usually bricks are represented uh, in cross section like this. Either I cannot see the gap, or let's turn this. Usually in cross section bricks are represented like this, and this will be the door. This is a simple plan. I haven't drawn any window, anything, just a door and opening. I can put bed over this segment or anything like this. It's pretty easy to draw a building drawing or a wall, but very hard to draw like any characteristics drawing, especially drawing with layer, drawing for I can't say the word, drawing for hatching or shading. Well, I've been using CAD for quite a lot of time. I think this is locked correctly. I can turn this. Okay, now let's check out some of the internet stuff first. Then I'll draw. Let's check out my country's news first. I haven't checked the news today. What's happening on my country? I'm from Nepal, so I'll check my country's news. It is interesting currently. There's a new government who got 2/3 majority and working out completely tirelessly with their new policy. Nepal government has announced to form a Ministry of Science, Technology and Innovation separately. Before it was merged with Education, Ministry of Education. Now, now they formed a different Ministry for Science and Technology along with Innovation. This is the cabinet. And local earthquake 2.9 magnitude has passed. Currently there are new policies in Nepal, like they created a new education policy. They have just released a new education policy. Like they are doing free education in public school up to grade 12. There will be free education up to grade 12 in public sector. Private will be made into service oriented. And then there are many other like policy changes in for transparency in trade. They have made mandatory to force MRP, manufactured to highest price, retail price in every item. Those are the new harsh policies. They have started to remove all the squatters who have taken places, who have taken residing illegally in government lands. They have started to remove them, all the squatters. Those are kind of new policies in Nepal. And then some of the small news, just like you have been participating in National Cleanliness Week in Budwal. This is something great. And people who have been using news, like some people, some guys are doing stunts in motorcycle. This guy was was found by traffic police and fined by them. I think I saw the video by traffic police. Let's see them. Let's see it on their channel. Okay, the traffic police have shown this. Let's
नमस्ते म रजनीश श्रेष्ठ
he is currently was arrested by traffic police and is issuing a public apology to everyone in front of the traffic police office. I saw this. Currently, the police have been made pretty strong. Police and the policing government, they have become very strong. Uh, Before, the policy and the corrupt government system was holding the police system of our country down. So nowadays they have become pretty good in solving crimes, uh, arresting people's play stupid games, win stupid prizes. Yes, he was arrested and made to apologize, and he has been fined. The former finance minister said it cannot be considered good that Prime Minister did not wish to be present to respond to the question raised by the government policy and program presented in the first parliamentary session after the election. Yeah, there is something like the PM has not addressed or spoken publicly till yet. After he got PM, he was made PM, Prime Minister. He haven't spoken publicly. He either talks with tweet or he either use his spokespersons to talk. He hasn't addressed anyone properly in the House of Representatives too. So there is a lot of criticism to this new Prime Minister. He is doing the work silently, but the criticism is why hasn't he been answering the questions asked to the government. Yeah, some criticism to the government too, because they have been going way through without checking into the consequences of the actions or any causes or any problems that can be arised due to their action. So today was the day for House of Representatives. All the opposition party stood up in protest because Prime Minister was not present to answer the questions. So the Parliament was held was stopped and stopped for today and will be held again tomorrow. The winning party has decided. Rashtra Swatantra Party is the winning party who won 2/3 majority. He is the party chief. The Prime Minister is different person. He is the party chief. They are holding a first National General Convention. They are the on this state one. Okay. This bank's CEO, this NIMB Bank, Nepal Investment Mega Bank, CEO has been arrested by Central Investigation Bureau of Nepal in connection with some fraud, smart telephone case fraud. Kathmandu Metropolitan City have opened. Yesterday, grade 10's results have been published in our country. So, Kathmandu Metropolitan have issued an online form for scholarship for grade 11 and 12. they'll hold a examination for this for them. This was the criticism. It was said that Prime Minister will himself come to answer the questions raised by the Parliament in the policy and program, but he sent the Finance Minister to answer for the policy and programs, and due to which the Parliament was did not Parliament stopped today and has been postponed for at least 24 hours. I think they will hold the parliament again tomorrow. There are mass protest for that in the parliament. Nepal government to start preparation of classes for students who are taking grade increment exam for SE. Okay, SE is the grade 10's education board exam. Okay, there's a unique news in Nepal because because farmers are getting troubled by monkeys in a municipality. They have given a public holiday. Public holiday in about 3 days after, like in Jesta 1, to help to let the people help them deal with the monkeys which have been creating problems in the farmland to the farmers. This is our PM, current PM. He was set to respond to the questions raised in the policies and program, the new policies and program, but he did not come to respond to the policies. And that's been a pretty huge criticism, a heavy criticism to this government. Like there are many questions, many news. Like, can I show where I can find? There's some. I think there was an art about a cartoon caricature made. I can't find that. No, PM is working for the cabinet, but is like the police in our country. It's like the federal parliament system. PM is selected from the House of Representative. So when the government issue anything to work, the cabinet is created from the House of Representative in our country, and currently this is the first time in last 20 years a single party which is not formed by coalition has got two-third majority, and they can form their own majority government. There is no coalition government this time. So our government, currently cabinet, is working silently. They are not been introduced, and any work, any policies that has been prepared by the cabinet, they have to be passed through the parliament, through the House of Representative. So the government made new policies, and in order to defend or ask to the criticize, to defend their criticism, or to talk about the questions raised on the policies and programs, the PM didn't show up for that work. He made the finance minister to come in place of him, which has been a huge criticism for our PM currently. This is a temple of Sara Ekadashi, Lord Vishnu. This is Buddha Nilkantha temple. It's it's made out on top of pond, or totally in pond. This statue. I can show you a picture. Let me find a picture of Buddha Nilkantha. is one of the pilgrimage for a Hindu devotion. It's kind of sitting down on the pond. This is all the news I found. Yesterday, a bus accident caused death of 4 people. There was 30 people on that bus. And let's see what the news are in total news. That's the only news for Gen Z type of student, Gen Z type of people can for that. For those people, this is the current news. I don't care about this news. I saw about this. They're making a pan-Asian power grid. Nepal will be the main reason for the pan-Asian power grid. The result in within the for 1 month. This is a huge achievement for Nepal. Before it used to take about 3 to 4 months to publish the grade 10's board exam result. Now they can publish it within a month. This time they publish it just in a month. We have about a movie. I don't care about this movie. Nurses are protesting. I don't know why they are protesting. Maybe the profession was built on caring, serving, and nurturing to the vulnerable, but it was never meant to be sustained by destroying the one who give the care. Okay, I don't care about this. There's no new news on this segment too. Okay. That's great, Yanuka. Hope it was feeling too. Also, the PM is criticized because yesterday's parliament he just came to deliver the policy and left the parliament like this. He came. Let me show a video. I think if I can find a video about PM leaving. Is there a small video? He walked out. Okay, I think this will be this. I can only find this one. He came inside the parliament. He gave the policy and he walked out. He didn't stay there to give any speech, any dialogue. He just came there. He gave the policy. He left out. That's why he has been in some criticism. He is not addressing to the nation. He's not, and which is causing quite a lot of criticism for this government. Is there anything in Kantipur? This is a cartoon. PM. This is the seat of PM. There's all the mic. But PM is not available to speak. Yes, not enough communication from the PM. That's the major criticism for the new PM. He's only 5 years older than me. PM, our current PM. The current cabinet is very educated. Before older cabinet was not very good educated in the field of education. The current education qualification of the current cabinet is very good. Of Nepal ministers, cabinet of minister. Minister. This is the cabinet total current cabinet's education. Let's okay. Open image in new tab. Let's find it again. This is the current cabinet of Nepal. No, I don't want to log in. Well, Nepal currently is running quite a lot of electricity. Let me show you how much Nepal currently generate electricity. Nepal Electricity Authority. Let's show you the current. First, let me show you the what's the education qualification of current cabinet of ministry. Shishir Kanal, the Ministry of Foreign Affairs. There will be some drop off, but I think transmitting electricity to you can be economical too, because we need to make there is substation. So if we transport it through the Pan Asian line, through the Silk Road, maybe it's feasible. Let's show what's the current energy. Nepal Electricity Authority is the authority for energy generation in our country. Current this NES directly they make 7,790 megawatt hour, and subsidiary country makes 7,700. Each subsidiary country sister companies makes 7,783 megawatt hour, and then independent power production, that means private companies makes about 25,000 megawatt hour, and we currently import 4,000 megawatt hour. Our current total energy demand is 45 megawatt hour, and our total peak demand is at peak is 2,157 megawatt uninterrupted. And in totally we can generate total energy, I think, by importing. But there are multiple hydropower has been in application in construction phase. These are the acting people. Let's see anything else. The potential of Nepal is about 60 megawatt hour. Nepal alone has the potential of 60 megawatt hour. Can generate 60 megawatt hour. And multiple IPP independent power production has been generating energy, and NEA itself has been constructing mega projects. NEA is the government subsidiary authority, and then IPP is the private, and NEA buys and distributes all the electricity. And Nepal currently sells electricity to Bangladesh too. I think there is a trade agreement to Bangladesh, and Nepal sells electricity in the winter, in the rainy season, because electricity production is very high in the rainy season. As Nepal sells a lot of energy to India in the rainy season. So, the IPP has made an agreement with this Nepal Electricity Authority, and in the winter season they sell electricity per unit, like 1 megawatt hour. They sell energy in the rate of 10 or 12 in the rate of 8 rupees per megawatt hour. In the wet season, that is rainy seasons, they sell it in about 4 rupees per megawatt hour. So I think this is feasible. If I can show you power trade DMS, no, I can't show you this. There is no annual generation. There is no current. This energy detail can be sufficient for, I think, in general public knowledge. Now let's check into the education qualification of our current. How much drop would be in long distance? I don't know. Maybe a loss of expectation or maximum loss will be up to 20%. I think maximum loss might be up to 20% electricity. But since it's done through wire transmission lines, and multiple substations must be constructed along the periphery, along the route, hence the hydropower, hence the electricity will be, they need to invest in the substation, and wherever the substation is made, that place should be used, that place should be also be joined to the grid and provided with electricity. I think a maximum of 20% can be lost, can be generated in electricity during transmission. 20% is pretty high, but there's I thought, depending on the distance up to EU. Well, in previous in old time, like hippie areas, people from EU used to travel to Nepal from bus. It used to take about 13 days for them to come to Nepal from EU. So I think it's still viable. It's like, if you can physically travel through bus in 13 days, the electricity can be easily transferred within hours from one point to those points, from to Nepal to EU. So it's pretty viable. If one is taking the route of Silk Route, because the construction of transmission line, and still it need to be at least 230 230 kilowatt kVA, at least 230 kVA or higher, and that's pretty hard to construct those transmission towers. No, I think transportation is not that the transportation infrastructure already in place. Do you mean the transportation infrastructure of the bus route of the hippie era, or you meant the transportation for transmission for hydroelectric power generation, which are made through the hydroelectric energy? No, power lines has not been placed. There need to be a new design and route allocation. They need to be made from the state substation. I don't know which substation, but especially if it's from Europe, they need to take the far western region of the Nepal to make a substation on that place, and at least a substation every 1,000 kilometer. At least substation every 1,000 kilometer would be necessary. There used to be the transmission line news. I can't show you. There is no transmission line. Let's see if there is. Oh, there is report on transmission. Let's see in the report on transmission. This 3 years old report. Is not necessary. They changed the website in terms of generation. They have changed the website. Let's check the annual report. It's not the thing. I think I need to check. It's all in Nepali. There's nothing I can show you. Let's go on some videos of there's no YouTube video. Okay. But this is a long project. I think like this transmission line, this is on the Tarai belt. on the plain region. It's pretty easy to construct them on the plain region, but it's pretty hard to construct this hydropower, this transmission line from this type of terrain. It takes 100 euro per megawatt hour. In Nepal, electricity is like 1 megawatt, a kilowatt hour is 1 unit, then 1000. Is costly? Is it costly in Nepal or is cheap? Let me calculate it. In Nepal, it costs like 9 rupees. 9 rupees per unit. That is kilowatt hour into 1000 is 900 rupees per megawatt hour. By European means I think European. If I convert euro is like $100 100 rupees per dollar, around 100 rupees. It will cost like 9 euro per megawatt hour, around 10 let's make it conservative estimate, 10 to 20 euro per megawatt hour. But the cost of transmission line would be high. Construction of transmission line would be high. So let's add some profit and some turnover cost for the transmission line. So it could range about 30 euro per megawatt hour, 30 to 40 euro. If I add some turnover for construction of transmission line. Yes, it will require a significant rate in construction of infrastructure. Hydropower is cost like, let me find you a typical cost in hydropower construction cost only. Typical cost of transmission line. It costs like $200,000 per mile. Means like it might cost about 5 million for high voltage for a mile. That means 5 million per line is pretty costly. Plus the region is not the region connecting Nepal to Europe is not plain like this. It's usually like this. The terrain is currently like this. This is a substation. I worked on a hydropower project before. Feasibility level study. This is also a hydropower dam. Let's check on yes, I don't think they don't need to construct all the thing from the scratch. They need to construct I think on the pan Asian line. Let's show you on the map, if I can show you on the map, world map. India come. I just wanted to image. From this region, I think they will construct a line. They need to construct through this line China and India, and then they need to go from Tajikistan, Turkmenistan, and Kazakhstan to at least reach from Georgia. Or alternative route will be through India, Pakistan, Iran, Turkey, going this route. And seeing the war in Iran is pretty difficult to get from this region. So I think the Pan-Asian route will be the Silk route, the traditional Silk route. This goes from the Tajikistan. Let me ban this person. Who is this person? From Tajikistan, I think this is the route, Tajikistan, Kyrgyzstan. It needs to go from China and this India's region, this portion of India, if I can zoom it. And it needs to go from Kazakhstan to Russia or Ukraine, or they need to turn it about to Armenia or Turkmenistan, Azerbaijan, Georgia, and from Georgia to Romania. I'm showing the current ministry, but this is pretty long way to find that. Let me crop Okay, let me show you. I grokked it again. The current qualification of all the cabinet of ministry, key ministers. Balendra Shah is prime minister. He is also home minister. He is also defense minister. He has not gave the home minister have resigned, so he have taken the position of home minister. He is masters in structural engineer. He did from India. He did civil engineering. He is a civil engineer. He's just like me, civil engineer. Then the finance minister is the second. Right hand man of this government. He's PhD in economics. Then there is Shishir Khanal, who is foreign affairs, who has done masters in public policy. Suran Gurung was the previous home minister. He has only done A levels, but he resigned because some scandals. He got into some scandals, and due to that he resigned. Then there is Sunil Lamsan, who is the current Minister of Physical Infrastructure, Transport and Urban Development. He is also MTech structural engineer. This Sunil Lamsal and Balendra Shah, they studied together master's degree. Then there is the Ministry of Energy, Water Resource and Irrigation. This is the ministry that deals with hydropower, energy, electricity. He has done BBA. Then there is Cultural, Tourism and Civil Aviation Ministry, who has done Masters in English Literature. Then there is Education and Science Technology, Youth, who has done BBM, Bachelor of Business Management, and LLB, lawyer. He is also lawyer. And he is ongoing Masters in Public Policy. And then there is Nisha Mehta, who has done masters in nursing. And there is Bikram Timal Sinha, who is Minister of Communication and IIT. He has done PhD in Politics and International Relationship. Then there is Pratibha Rawal, who is involved in Ministry of General Administration, Internal Administration. He has done postgraduate diploma in journalism. And Sobita Gautam, who runs the Ministry of Law, who has done BA LLB, lawyer. She has done BA LLB. And then there is Geeta Chaudhary, who is Ministry of Agriculture, who has also done LLM and LLB, lawyer and management. Sita Body, Ministry of Women, Children and Senior Citizen. She has done Masters in Political Science. Gauri Kumari Yadav, she is she holds the Ministry of Industry, Commerce and Supplies. She has done science. She has studied science. Then there is Ramji Yadav, who has done Bachelor's in Electrical Engineering. I think she has done Masters in Electrical Engineering too from IIT India. Let's check if there is any new news. Okay. Now let's check what's on Streamers Drama. It's pretty fun to check what's on Streamers Drama. What dumb shit they do. Burnt Peanut hit no scope in Apex Legend. I don't care about him. I think I watched this video.
Or there's a makeshift private gym.
I watched this one video. They roasted Piker Kitty pretty hard, pretty funny. That video is pretty good. Lacey says Erin Ross is his goat streamer. I don't care about him. Ginity bikes into a parked car. That's the second time the car is okay, dude. I don't know what they do for the views. They can do anything for the views. The Detroit Metro Times changed their wording on the article that included Hassan after pressure from his fans. Went from Piker has repeatedly denounced anti-Semitism, Piker has faced anti-Semitism accusation he strongly disputes, and then back to original. Our intention was not to smear Hassan, however we see how the wording in the previous version was better. We appreciate the feedback and reverted to the original version. Don't bend to the mob. Do not bend to the mob. Asmongold explains how he was the butterfly effect to the Nifal and Katsi link up. I don't care about it. Hassan responds to accuse getting a collar get clip on LSF. I don't care about this collar get. Excuse accuses Hassan of copying Nick Fuentes' suit game. Because he's copying Nick Fuentes, we get it. He's in rise in the viewers of Nick, and he's just trying to copy because he got suit and he's just trying to LARP. Okay, that's pretty good way to listen to excuse rather than him speaking.
Number 2.
Oh God.
A lot of conservatives come in here to watch lately to see what's going on, and as a chatter correctly pointed to, wearing a suit, basically like
Just LARP, and
There's nothing. Destiny why he thinks Ava is hypocrite. I don't care why he wants the drama here. Let's listen.
called a terrorist every fucking day.
That means you're not white? What? What does that have to do with being white?
Also, by the way, I feel like I don't know about this. I'd have to really think about it. Am I more of a Muslim than Hassan is? Really, like, if you really think about it, all the things that I do versus all the things that he does, like, I've seen Hassan drinking alcohol. I almost never eat whenever the sun's out. I practice Ramadan all year round. Let's see, besides that, I don't gamble. I'm not trying to, you know, like, I don't know, do any, you don't even, yeah, you even eat halal, bro? Yeah, I don't even care about halal, man, it doesn't matter to me at all. So I feel like I'm really probably more of a Muslim than he is.
Asman Gol, pretty good Muslim then.
Hassan eats pork? Filthy. Absolutely filthy. Yeah, he's got a dog in his house. He got a dog in his house. What's going on with that? I don't have a dog in my house. It's gross. You made a Muslim American. What are you talking about?
Are we doing racism Olympics? Are we talking about?
Of course, Muslim is a race. Perform prayer. Okay, so I don't do prayer. I've never seen Hassan do prayer. I've never seen him interrupt the stream to do prayer. It's never happened. Every Muslim's able to go to a pilgrimage. Okay, so I haven't done that. Eating halal, modesty. Okay, so here we go. Avoiding.
Let's ban this dude.
Man, how about that? How about that? Do you pray in general? I do. I pray every night, even though I don't believe in God. I figure just in case. Jesus.
I'm
Asman Gol is religious.
attacking. I'm attacking the concept of tokens that are being spent in the behest of white supremacy. You can't be saying
Tokens.
white baby like that.
What do you think you were?
That's ridiculous.
What do you think you were?
I think racism is fucked up. And if you are going to be a willing participant
DEI
of
is
white
racism.
supremacist movements, I'm going to shit on you.
All he's doing is he's just doing Islamic Muslim.
Thank you for the red Sofiasta. Definitely failed modesty, but yes. Thank you for the red. I don't know how to shout out. Let me shout out. Let me do shout out. How to shout out? I don't have anything. Let me follow you, Sofiasta. I think I rated you yesterday. Let me shout you out. I don't have any. How does one shout outs? I don't know how to shout out. Okay, everyone in my chat, do okay. Thanks for the red, Sofiasta. How was your stream? You all learned somehow. What did you learn? Or you guys leer. I heard leering is pretty good in America. me being a citizen of Nepal, it's pretty fun to divest into the American news by staying in the sidelines and having the fun. By the way, if you are tired, you can go. Thank you for the raid. Thank you for the raid, Sophia. Thank you for the raid. Hope you have a good rest and you can do your work. Goodbye, Sophia. I'm just checking into the stream. I think I'll draw a bit in later. Let's get back into what Hassan and Asmongold are doing.
Identity politics. That's literally it. This is just non-white, non-Western identity politics, and he is grifting off of it. This is what he's been doing now for the past at least 2 or 3 years. He used to not do this as much. Nowadays, this is all he does. It is so cringe. Now you're like, there are
Let's go back. I don't care about bit more.
It depends on which one makes me more victimized at the time. It's just so embarrassing. What is this? It's his main now? Yeah, it was his subclass before. Now it's his main class. And LARPing as... Yes, he's LARPing as a Muslim. Hassan does nothing. Like, every Muslim that I know doesn't do anything that Hassan does. They don't. Like, and they've invited me to go to...
That Muslim people are pretty good if you are friends with them. They will invite you to their Ramadan, their Eid. I have some friends.
To a mosque. One of them gave me a Quran, okay? Like, I mean, what are we talking about, right? I mean, like, so these are guys that, like, I've known these guys for, like, a decade, okay? Sneeko, I like Sneeko. Sneeko's a great guy. I don't agree with everything he says, but I like him. And so, yeah, it's just crazy. And shock dogs? I don't know if they're shock dogs or not. I don't think they give a fuck. Same as me, I don't give a fuck either. And anyways, fast track should be
Suck my dog, Batman truck. I don't care about this. Hey, victim points are social currency, but you can mostly only spend them on the left. Yes, the victim mentality is something pretty bad. I don't think I like to claim myself as a victim or anyone like a victim. It's the status which you are brought up into, but you have to deal with it and train yourself, work hard, and get out after victimhood. That's not. You do not need any extra protection class for that victim status. This is something I don't think only privileged people think they are pretty victim. The victim people don't think they are victim. They think how they will rise up from their victimhood, how they'll overcome their criteria, overcome their victimness, and become the successful person. Only privileged people think they are victims, and this is why I don't like the current victimhood mentality of the West society. The real victimhood is the people who do not have anything to eat, do not have any way to talk to people, any way to interact, any way to learn or create any skill job, find job, work, anything. Those are the real victims. But current victims are like one that can be sold out, can be used as a currency, like the social currency, which is something I don't like. Sai Lily address to me blocking drama. I don't care about this. Husband called backs trans committee going on API watch list after a Twitter user shouted out Mia Bailey murders of her parents. A too lot of radical ideology has been popping out in Western society. When people are real victim, this radical ideology will not be popped out because they need to be follow out. They need to win against the victimhood. They do not need to create a radical ideology to win against the victimhood. That's not how the victimhood is removed. That's just a currency used to LARP upon the society. I watched this video. Yes, it discourages hard work, completely hard work. I know where the equity needs to be used. For me, I think in the education system, the equity must be used in the education system because through that system we can get underprivileged, victimized people to the level platform of the job working class society. The people who do not have any privilege growing up, if they get the equal opportunity in education as the privileged classes, they can be used to end up for the free market place for the work job opportunity. Only on that section I think equity is pretty good. Other than that, I don't like the equity in the job segment. On the free market of job segment, equity should be adopted by the public enterprises which want to remove the victim or underprivileged class societies, but that should not be especially used in other segments. I think the education level is only the place where the equity should be heavily considered. You need to allow everyone to the equal right of education, and after that it will be free market for private sector, and on the public sector you can get some equity to promote them, but in the private sector there should not be any amount of equity. That will prohibit the competition and stagnate the market, especially the free market of competition idea. That is something I do not like. I have been against that since my education age, I think grade 11 or 12. I've been against that since that age. That is probably age 18 or 19. I'm currently 30 years old. So probably since 12 years I've been against that victimhood opportunity. Yes, equal opportunity to succeed or fail. But in the marketplace of jobs, opportunity in the jobs, you got equal opportunity in jobs, but not if they are not in the plain field of education or qualifications. In order to gain that qualification, they can be given equity on that reason, like especially on education. I think education can be used for equity. Shroud casually goes. Someone head drops a video featuring Smog Alana. I watched this video. It's pretty funny. Shroud casually goes beast mode. Okay. Ethan Klein claims iDubbbz stop signal boosting the Destiny comment. Okay. Hassan jokes about being most famous person in India. Yeah, I've seen some Indian Twitter. They're radically against this person. Too much radically against this person. Indian Twitter. Did you know India? There is no communist government in India in first time in 59 years. Tyler Oliveira confirms ban and deportation from Israel. This is a dumb thing. Israel did a dumb thing. You cannot ban someone who comes to your country for content. This is a dumb thing. Israel is doing something dumb. This is pretty dumb for Israel to do. I think I watched up to this. I don't care about this. Rob Smith calls out Assange, Jennifer West, and Jack Coachella on the timeline for their shit for after Lakers. Okay, that is pretty funny. $5,000 shit with a communist. They are not communist. They just LARP as a communist. You haven't seen what real communists do. They come in with guns. They shoot guns. I've survived a communist war. I think I watched all of this. Let's get back into drawing. I think let's draw a drawing now. Well, Assad will not be a ruling class even in the communist government. Because he is a person who will LARP as a communist. He cannot get a ruling position in the communist government. They don't know what communists do. They take away the children. They train them as a militant. It's pretty hard. I've seen so many people. I've survived some gunshots, missing them. I've survived some political violence. There's something, it's like the human greed cannot keep you in the communism. It's just a failed ideology which is not compatible with human guilt and greed. You cannot punish your family member equally in a communist society because of the guilt. Well, that was the era, some era. At least there is no heavy communist currently in this era in our country. They have all dropped their weapons. Before, in one era, we need to sleep under the bed because they used to put the rifle on the stand that used to be typically on the range of bed level, of your low bed level. So, in order to survive from some stray shot, one had to sleep under the bed because the shot could casually hit you when you are asleep, And usually warfare used to be guerrilla warfares, and the warfare, India's warfare, the rifle shot could be shot during the night times. Usually guerrilla warfares used to be held on night time, marching at night, and they used to shot at army at night time. And I have slept countless time under the bed. Well, that's not the only survival case. I've survived multiple tragedies event. Sleeping under the bed because like I can show you how the Maoists used to keep the rifle. Let me search Maoist rifle. In Nepal. Okay, let me show you how the Maoists used to keep the rifle. This is how the Maoists used to keep the rifle whenever there was a guerrilla warfare. This is our training. So this used to be aligned straight up to the, if they are on the ground, straight to the bed level, just above the bed. And wherever you are sleeping, there you could be, a stray could casually enter into your house, passing through the masonry wall and hit your body, and you could have died like that. So this caused quite a lot of problem. I was pretty young, I think. I was studying on grade 3 or grade 2. Even on that time, I understood it was pretty terrifying to sleep under the bed or hear bomb noises. Let's try to hatch the hair completely at single point, single region. I don't think you can sleep in current age under the bed, because the current bed are usually made box bed with an area to keep your clothes under the bed. We used in the older age, I think when I was grade up to grade 3, the box beds were not pretty common in Nepal. The typical old fashioned bed of 4 leg and the top was pretty common, and that's how we used to sleep. Let's try a typical way of hatching this segment. Hope this works. Hatching this with color gradient, blue color. Let's go into more color. Let's go this color into color block, into true color. And this color is pretty good. And this one, let's turn it white. Let's try on this region. It became all white. No. Let's try this one. It looks all white. Let's work on the hair layer first. Sleeping outside is pretty fun though. Let's try skull layer one bit. Hope it's connected. If it's not connected, let's start a line and connect these two. But it's most probably connected. Let's go and use this color. Is it too white? I think it's too white. Let's put the color first here. Let's put the second color a bit to this color. Okay. Have your work done pretty good. Goodbye for now, Word Forge. Bye. Let's add this line to this one. Extend. This is okay. It's okay on this pen too. Let's trim this portion. Okay, this is okay. Let's put a gradient color now. Let's try this segment. No. Let's trim this segment too. What is this color? Eyes. This is a good one. let's turn this also. I think I need to do every strand differently. Let's trim this segment first. Now let's try to gradient every stand. Let's put this one this color. Let's try this, enter. Now again let's try for this one, enter. Let's try again for this one, enter. Let's try again for this one, enter. Let's try this one. Let's not try this one, let's put this later on. This one, enter. No. Why is it I need to connect this extend. Let's trim this segment first. Let's now gradient this segment, enter. This should not happen. Let's try to hide. No, let's skip this one. It will show what's happening. No. It's okay on this region. Enter. It's okay on this region. Enter. It's okay on this too. It's okay for this one too. Just trim this portion. Let's unlock the skull one. Let's try to do. Started to crash now. No. Let's change the color of this one. I think it's the color which causing the problem. Let's put the black color. Hope this one. Nope. Why is it causing a problem on this segment only? Let's try first this one. And this is okay. 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 No, this is not okay. Let me skip. Why did it go here? Let's join a polyline to this segment. Okay. Stand. Let's try to put on this one. Enter. Now let's put on this one. Enter. Now let's try to put on this one. Enter. Now let's on this one stand. Now let's join this. Let me see in a white paper. And let's try to hatch off on this side. Okay. It worked from this side. Now let's try this one. Then this one. Now then this one. Now 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 this one. This is a pretty good way to hatch. I need to trim this segment too. Now this one, this one, this one, this one, again. This and this one, enter this one. Now this one, 1, 2, 3, 7. Oh. Now let me add one more big point on this one too. Now let's add new hatching. It's pretty fun. Enter. This here, now this here. Let's move this one eyes a bit down. Okay. This one also a bit down. And this is okay. Anyone on chat? How do you think? What do you think? This is how it looks like. I think I need to turn all the hair strand into black. Let's turn the strand into black color. This is how it will turn out. On the paper. Let's save it for now. Okay. Now I think I need to end the stream. Before ending the stream, let me check or thanks on to the people who have come onto the stream, chatted with me for a bit. Thanks Yanuka for coming onto the stream. Thanks Wordforge for chatting. Thanks Sophia Star for raiding me with 5 viewers. Thank you for the raid. Can I raid anyone on the side of Kick? Let's check it. No, I can't host anyone on Kick. What happened? I can't host anyone on Kick. Let me set a goal on Kick. Let's set a goal of 100 followers. Let's do it. Start. Who followed me? I can't see. Let's check on new browser. Did anyone follow me on Kick? I think someone followed me on Kick. Let's go to Kick dashboard. I haven't set any anything. Thanks for the follow, Word Force 2. Thanks for the follow, Sophia. I don't think I can raid anyone on Kick because the minimum standard for raiding anyone on Kick is at least 5 viewers. I can't raid anyone. Hence I'll end the stream on Kick and I'll end the stream on YouTube. On the Twitch segment, do you see anyone I can raid? Or I hope I raid. Let me check if there is someone I know I'm following streaming currently. Okay, I'm raiding Maho, Monochrome Joker. She's kind of like someone I have been interacting from a long time. Let me raid her. I don't know how you will guys like. Let me raid her on Twitch. Then let's check anything else. Well, let's read his card on Kick. Let me save the red shape.
Thank you for the